As we digitize government services, as is expected, there is a lot of resistance. Initially, we had something like, I think, 3,000 pay bills, Now we have reduced the 3,000 pay bills to one, so that we can have sight of government revenue. You may have heard the latest about school fees in Kenya, or money that is paid by parents. And some of the monies paid by parents, for example, in boarding schools, because we provide resources for learning in all our primary schools and secondary schools. What parents pay is boarding fees and maybe lunch. We are insisting because we realize that there are illegal levies charged by boards of management of schools that go into accounts that nobody knows. We expect to tap into expertise like what Prime Cabinet Secretary was saying here, of Kenyans living abroad who are experts and professionals in that space, for them to work with us to see how we can secure our data. Geoffrey, you're listening? Yeah, how we can secure our data and how we can work together to make sure that services provided by the government of Kenya are seamless and uninterrupted. The reason why we are signing some of the bilateral agreements is that in the past, because there wasn't, deliberate government, plan, many of the workers that found their way into the diaspora were either professionals like you, people who've gone out for scholarship, and some of the time, majority went to us domestic workers. We are recalibrating that, and our bilateral labor agreements now reflect more skilled labor, professional labor, and the high-end labor, because we have those kind of categories. And it is also the reason why we are spending more money. In fact, we just doubled the money for our TVETs so that we can grow more human capital that has different skills that is required globally. It is my commitment also to expand the Kenyan diaspora, because the Kenyan human capital is a big resource, is a big asset. Just for your knowledge, we spend 650 billion Kenya shillings. That's about $5 billion every year to educate our children from primary school all the way to our universities. That is big spending. In fact, it is close to 30% of the budget of the government of Kenya. We are working on close to 15 different countries to sign a bilateral labor agreement with them. We have concluded some. In fact, we are concluding the one with Germany before June. We already have many other bilateral labor agreements in different stages, because it is my intention to make sure that we have an extra 1 million Kenyans in the next 5 years working abroad.